You can hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, I think we're live now. Let me double check.
And we live, baby.
Oh, did you get the notification?
Look, I'm
I just had to be sure. Okay. Here we go. We'll give folks some time to get in here. There we go. Hey, Sabrina.
Come on in.
Oh, they're coming in. They are here.
Ooh.
They are here.
Floodgates.
So, if you are watching this live, welcome. This is day 2 of the Be Your Own Thirst Trap Challenge. We had a wonderful kickoff yesterday. Hold on, let me see if this works. We had a wonderful kickoff yesterday with all of the ladies, well, not all of them, but a lot of the ladies, many of the ladies. I think there was at one point like 42, 41 women in the room. So we had a really wonderful turnout for the welcome party, which was great because we got to meet the ladies who were in the challenge and talk about why they decided to join this challenge and what they're looking to get out of it, which is important because, you know, it's not just enough to say, I want to do this challenge and I just want to see what's going on, but what am I actually doing to make this something that really means something to me, and how are we gonna see ourselves as our own thirst traps through that. So thank you so much. I see a lot of you are watching the live video right now. Let me go ahead and share this inside of the group because I know some people are going to be looking for it. And again, I see some people who are texting back that they can't get in. Tonight is not going to be a Zoom room. However, we will at some point have an opportunity for you to come in the room if you want to ask Ivory a question or ask myself a question live. But tonight is going to be more so of an interview. Okay, so I am so excited. Thank you so much for everyone who's watching live. Feel free to share this video. This is a public video and we definitely want it to reach those who it needs to reach. So feel free to share this as well. But I am very excited to welcome my co-host, or one of my co-hosts tonight, Miss Ivory Sanders of Focus and Relax Therapeutic Massage. I do not want to butcher her intro, so I'm going to let her introduce herself because part of being your own thirst trap is knowing who you are and what you bring to the table. So with that being said, Miss Ivory, take it away.
Hello, beautiful souls. I am the one and only Ivory Sanders, owner and massage therapist of Focus and Relax Therapeutic Massage, Greenville's finest.
Yes.
AKA Golden Hands, AKA Marry Me, Ivory. Like a whole lot of titles come behind it. But yes, I've been a massage therapist for 7 years. Been in business for 2. Truly exciting. A great year. Great 2 years, most definitely. I always tell people I practice mindfulness. And when I say that, I just like to remind everyone that I encounter the beauty of just being present. I have the privilege of reminding beautiful men, women, and children the importance, the significance of self-worth, value, balance, self-care, and this of realigning our mind, body, and spirit. Sometimes we get consumed in small areas and we forget to take care of the different aspects of our lives, whether it's mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, socially, financially. So on all of those levels, so sometimes we lack in those, whatever area that is, so we're not completely balanced. So how do we do that? So I do that through physical healing touch. I do that through words of affirmation. I do that through encouragement. One of my good friends, Monique, her favorite thing is favor in the field. Like I go out there, I don't just talk it, I walk it. So thank you, Latoya, for having me, and I hope y'all enjoy.
Yes, I'm over here like smirking because I'm reading the comments.
Damn it. I need to see some comments.
So hey Lynette, she said, hello, my gorgeous friends. Love y'all. Love you too. All the praise for Ivory, the amazing anointed Ivory Sanders, undisputed, blessed hand.
Ooh,
Sis got them hands and the vibe is authentic.
man.
Courtney said she told her husband the next time she gets to pamper herself, she's coming to get a massage. Yes, walk it like I talk it. Hey, Tanika, yes, I saw that you're trying to get into the room tonight. We're just going to be on Facebook Live, so feel free to watch us here. There will be an opportunity at some point to come inside the room, but for now, we want to just give Ivory the floor and to have space for her to talk about what she does and how she supports her clients, especially those of us who are also in this challenge tonight, who are really trying to figure out like where we stand and how we show up as our highest self. And that's really why so one of the reasons why I really wanted Ivory to talk about this is because she is someone from the first time I met her who really embodies that. So I met Ivory last year. She came to the Greenville Boudoir Galentine's Day dinner, and she did some chair massages for us. And I thought it was just, for me, it was like, oh, like chair massages are going to be, a nice thing to have at this event. Who doesn't like a massage? But we got more than a massage. Like we got Ivory Sanders, and we got to experience who she is, the energy that she brings. And ever since then, she's been a huge part of our community. And I think for me, especially, it was because of you just owning who you are. Like, it doesn't matter where you go, who you're around. Like Ivory Sanders is going to be Ivory Sanders no matter where she goes. So I want you to talk about that, because I remember last night, some of the ladies were talking about how, they feel confident when it's just them alone, but sometimes when they get into a room with other people, it may not, that sense of confidence may not feel as strong, or it may not be as present as when they're just alone. So tell us about like what that looks like for you. Like, how are you able to show up in any room and just, just be you? Like, how do you do that? What does that look like?
Well, as I mentioned last night, for those of you who missed it, it's okay, I shall repeat it. What you eat don't make me shit.
Yes.
Basically, and I mean that in like the straightforwardest way as possible. So, and what I mean by that is you're going to eat whatever, it's not affecting my body. I'm going to eat whatever. Let me just embody what I'm going to eat. Like, there's no need for judgment. So when I walk into a room, I automatically just need to keep my head high. I don't need to look down and trip over my own feet. And with that being said, once again, we all walk around with invisible masks, None of us are perfect. We're just showing up most of the time. So with me, just being true and authentic to myself, it's not exhausting, Like, I feel full of energy. I don't feel tiresome. I don't feel like I have to think about where I'm at, because I'm here. I'm just within my skin. I'm not trying to confine who I am just to make other people comfortable. So when I see other wonderful people in that room, I want them to see themselves as their best self. So walking in the room, I see someone who's rocking these beautiful earrings. Girl, I see them earrings. You ain't have to pick them earrings, but you picked them. It's like, dog, you notice that? It's the small things like that. So that actually helps me, like encouraging other people, and actually just getting focused off of myself for a moment.
Okay, that makes total sense. Like it's really about knowing what you bring to the table, like knowing who you are,
Yes.
but also not being afraid of recognizing, beautiful things in other people.
That's right.
I have a question for you. Like,
Okay.
was that part of your upbringing? Were
Oh
the
man.
people who raised you, like, were they like that, and did they affirm you and kind of give you that sort of you know, that boost? Did they gas you up too like that? So where you
Listen,
step in, when you go in another room, you're gassing other people up?
I didn't get that as much, and that's the reason
Hmm.
why I embody it so much. I believe just as a society is to just break generational curses, right? And just break certain behaviors that did affect us. So seeing that I didn't get that boost, like, oh girl, I see you, like even in my, worst moments, it was like, damn, do I gotta dress up all the time just to get this acknowledgement? Like this is some bull crap, you know? So my mom actually plays a good part in that because she is colorful and always informed, and she doesn't meet strangers. She's comfortable within her skin. Um, she knows everybody. So just watching her just walk into a room and just, I don't know, it's not um like I said, she doesn't just suck all of the air out and make you uncomfortable. She actually breathes air into people and make them feel like they need to be there and be around her. And I was like, damn, lady, like, how do you do this? So just sitting there watching her as an adult. And I'm like, this is where I get this from. I get this from you. Back in the day, I'm like, lady, why you out here talking to everybody? Can't we just go? But now
Mm.
I'm like, I'm doing that now. So my mom, I would say, is the main, yeah, it's definitely the main contributing factor to all of this.
Yeah.
But a lot of
Shout
that
out to
came
mom.
from within, just not getting it. And then it's like, all right, we need to change it. We need to switch this up. This isn't right. I don't like how I feel.
Yes, I love that. So that definitely goes to show that part of being someone who is showing up as your highest self, and you being able to show up as your own thirst trap, is being around people who have that level of confidence about themselves too. So
Mhm.
lesson learned: if you're around people who talk bad about themselves, talk bad about you, who never have any like positive thing to say about themselves or other people, like it might be time to, do some, I would say spring cleaning, but it's the winter time. So let's just do some general cleaning, right? And get some people around you, whether it's, your friends, maybe some business besties, or a networking community or something. Like, you have to surround yourself with people who aren't afraid of showering people with compliments, and recognizing the beauty in other people. It's not just
Yes,
about us all the time, and it's about what we all can um uh what we can give, but also what we can receive too.
correct.
um so I love that. I love that you mentioned your mom, and I love that you mentioned that you had to pull it out of yourself. And I think that's a huge thing, because
Yes.
there is no magic pill. And I know you know this. There is no magic pill, and there is not like a person. So, we can't be so codependent and thinking that, if I just find the right partner or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, like, then, if they love me and they show me this love, then that's when things are just gonna magically like happen.
You're gonna be lacking out. My thing is, we go out here searching for this idealistic person, right? But then we don't really look at ourselves at true face value. We automatically say, "Oh yeah, if this person need to have this, that, and the third," but wait, what am I bringing? Like, what is at my table? Like, what do I have at my table for other people to actually, say, "Hey, I like being around this. I need to, see, add myself to you, or whatever." But anywho, the thing is like, when are we able to say, hey, my shit stink? I talk negative about myself all the time. I always downplay anyone else just to uplift myself. So when do we actually just stop and say, you know what? The way I think about myself is real ugly and nasty, and it's making me become a nasty and ugly person in return. So I think that's another way of thinking it. When you said that surrounding yourself with other people, I'm just piggybacking off of that real quick. I always tell people that come to my place, and once again, whenever I'm sharing space with people, is that we're power sources and energy costs. Like, if you're not running no type of and it's like you just got lights on just to have them on, you don't care about your light bill, boo. But if you care, what you're gonna do, run in that room and turn it off, right? So we have to be mindful of the unnecessary plugs we allow to plug into our source. unplug that shit if it's not serving you any purpose, you know? So it's important that we surround ourselves with not just like-minded people, but individuals that's willing to bring us up out of that dormant stage, that stagnant phase, you know? So, anywho.
So I'm really digging this rocking chair that you're sitting in. Like, I feel like it's so appropriate for this conversation right now. It's like, sit around Ivory's feet and just listen to the wisdom that she is going to impart. So
Girl, see, this is, y'all see that?
So I'm looking at these comments, like everyone is apparently, this is bath time for most people. Like people, let's see, Adrian's listening to us in the shower.
Hey,
Lynette's watching from her Epsom and lavender bath. Like, you better come on with the nightly routine.
I'm with it. Self-care is the best care, ladies. Please hydrate that skin.
So tell us about how you got into massage therapy. Like, how long have you been a massage therapist, and how did you get into this space?
All right. I've been a massage therapist 7 years. I became a massage therapist. I always say massage therapy chose me, without even like consciously understanding like what the hell I was doing. So while growing up, I used to always weirdly just massage my classmates' hands and my aunts and uncles and shit. Like, it was weird as hell. Like, they'll bring it up to this day and they're like, do you remember like rubbing our hands in school? I'm like, you remember that? But the huge impact was my grandfather. Like, that was a mean rattlesnake, I tell you no lie. But he was so nice to me because I used to always just rub his dry, scaly legs and his 9 toes. Girl, this was an 88-year-old man, okay? He was set in his ways and he used to cut his toenails with a knife. So it's not because we didn't have fingernail clippers. He was just set in his ways. He taught us how to open cans with knives too. Like, but when it came down to that time, after taking his long baths, he'd be like, all right, Abby, it's time to rub these legs. And I'm like, you're right, Granddaddy. Let's turn on some gun smoke. Let's watch this and let's have a good time. I mean, that's the only time I really seen him smile and just be thankful. So I'm like, damn, I should be doing this for a living. If this is what is, this makes somebody like my granddaddy who walk around in long johns all day and cussing everybody out, even even his mood out. So I pursued that. As soon as I graduated high school, I moved here to Greenville, and it's been lit ever since then. Many trials and tribulations, but through not just manifestation, but actually putting in the work and coming through for myself brought me to this, because there's been plenty of times I was like, you know what, this is some bullshit. I don't want to continue this. This is, no one's giving me the support that I need. No one's like really trying to, water the seed that I've planted. So the moment I realized that it was up to me to put in the work, to change my mindset about it, I begged for this, I cried for this. I got to come through for myself. What it is the way that we think sometimes is we sometimes really have to work on that. I wrote this down. Bam, flipping page.
Okay, Cap with the notes.
Hey.
It's Capricorn season, y'all.
All right. January the 7th is the birthday, so I need y'all to come through for you, girl. Okay. So you are where you are because of the way you think. And if you change the way you think, you can change the world. Like, that's the crazy. Like, it sounds simple, and some people be like, it's really hard trying to, always just trying to think positive. It's not just about thinking positive. It's like, all right, bullshit gonna happen. We can't control the inevitable. So sitting here being complacent and upset about something that we had no control over for 3 or 4 weeks isn't healthy. It's not going to help us. We got other things to remember. Energy costs. Like, we wasting precious energy on some bullshit that's not serving our true purpose and value. A lot of people say that they have a hard time seeing any of that, or just thinking of that. I'm like, listen, or better yet, y'all heard this saying before. If I see it, I believe it. No, if you believe it, your ass should see it.
See it, yes.
Period. Look, period.
Yes. Yes. Is that your niece? Listen, my kids are still awake upstairs, so y'all might hear or see them at some point tonight too. Just mind your business. It's okay.
Look, look,
They all
look,
right.
you see that? You hear that?
So you said a lot of things that it's okay.
Close my door.
We're here. We want to see her if
Close my door.
You said a lot of things that
Come here.
kind of like sent my brain in like 1,000 different directions
Hold on one
because they were
second.
all good.
I apologize. 1 second.
No, you're good.
Yes,
You're good.
ma'am.
So she said a lot of things that like sent my brain in like 1,000 different directions because they were all good. And one of them was about manifestation and it not just being something that.
All right. Okay.
Hey.
All right. So look, say hello. Hello.
Hi there.
Say how are you?
Are you?
What did you say? How are you? I'm doing well, sweetheart. How are you?
How are you?
Are you?
No, how are you?
Are you?
No, how are you?
Are you?
Are you good?
Yes.
Okay.
He's so sweet. But you were talking about like manifesting and also how it's not just like this kind of cerebral concept of we're just like thinking about it and we're gonna like snap our fingers and it's gonna happen. Like manifestation is actually a combination of belief with action. So like you said, like you won't show up as your highest self. You won't see yourself in those spaces that you want to be in if you're just only thinking about it and you're not actually, moving your feet and actually doing something about it. So I definitely want to really frame this in how a lot of the women who are part of this challenge this week may be thinking about it, right? So a lot of us, we talked last night about everyone wanting to, show up more confident or be more confident in our own skin. So we have to think about like, what does that look like? Some people were talking about prioritizing themselves and doing more things for themselves. Some people were talking about, weight loss journeys or even just body image acceptance in general. What does that truly look like? And not only what does it look like, but what do you actually have to physically, tangibly do in order to get to that space? So could you tell us about, and I'm kind of like throwing you on the spot here, but can you tell us about a time or an experience that you had where you really had to put your belief and your action together and like the outcome that it produced for you?
Ooh, child. So, I can use this because I was working for a Waffle House. That was my first job when I moved up here, third shift. And I used to work from literally 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. and have class literally at 8 a.m. in the morning. I moved up here with no car, no nothing. So having the idea like, yeah, I'm gonna go to school for massage therapy and make lots of money and do this, that, and the third, right? All that, like in my head, I could see it. Like, all right, I can make this happen. This shit was hard. Just one, finding ways to get around. Yellow cab, Uber was not a thing during this time frame. Yellow cab was that main thing. So finding different ways, putting in the action behind that. Getting out of my comfort zone to ask people for help. Because man, like I said, it wasn't just an Ivory journey. I had to come through, like really pull myself out of this comfort zone that I was in, as in, oh yeah, I can do things all by myself. I don't need any help. I got this. No, it's bullshit. Like, you're gonna need help somewhere down the line. Anywho, going down the line with that. After finding different ways, going to and from work and this, that, and the third, I finally was like, you know what? I want to just pick school. I think I need to change hours. I told my manager this at the time, Christine Graves, I'll never forget her. She said, you gotta, she gave me an ultimatum, either working there full time or going to school. And I was like, well, hell, I'm gonna pick school. Here's my 2 weeks already handed out to you. So something said, hey, take your 2 weeks written out to this lady. All right, I'm not just thinking about it. I was talking about quitting for a long time. I'm tired of talking about this shit. So I wrote it down, wrote out a nice little letter, and put it in my pocket. I said, I may not have to use this tonight, but if I do, I got it, right? And that was just the moment. She was like, I hate you. I hate the way that you think. I hate that you come to work so positive all the time. And despite everything that you're going on, she was a whole different vibe, man. This is my manager telling me this at the time. Like, I'm like, are you serious? Like, okay, that's what I'm gonna have to do. As much as I really didn't want to pull that letter out because that was my only source of income, I pulled that damn letter out. I was like, you know what? I went home and I cried. I sat in the an office space and I was on my laptop, like literally looking like for ways to sell my massage table because I said, damn, I fucked up. I can't believe I just quit my job and it's my only source of income. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm never going to be a massage therapist. Remember, I had this idea, and like I said, and I had to put some fire underneath my feet for a whole different action because I wasn't getting what I needed in that space. In the process of that, I'm listening to Rihanna, Diamond, shine bright like a diamond. Oh man. So during that process, this lady out of nowhere, standing like literally not even 2 feet from me on this wall, like some navy blue pants, hair is fried, like this woman look crazy as hell. And it's just me and her in this office space, right? And I'm looking at her, I'm minding my business. I'm like, all right, here's a way to sell this table, right? She walks over to my table. She sits down and look up to the sky, right? And says, God, I don't know why you're doing this to me, but here it goes. She grabs my hands, LaToya, and said, your hands are golden. Keep going. Protect your hands. Okay? So is it just manifestation or action in that process, you know? Like, yeah, I talked about becoming a massage therapist. Yes, I talked about, doing this, that, and the third. This lady who don't know nothing about me just walked to my table and told me that I need to protect my hands and my hands are golden. So now I got to show up for myself and really put it into action. Like, okay, I can do this, right? I will do this. All right, I must do this shit. So saying those 3 things, I can, I will, I must, and just holding myself accountable and putting myself in uncomfortable situations. Actually, like I said, manifestation couldn't play a part. Like just manifesting couldn't just play a part. I really did have to put in the action behind it. It sounds nice, but once again, hand in hand, that actually helped. Just putting in the work behind it. Just saying those mantras. I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must. I didn't care how crazy it was. I used to just get up really early. It didn't matter. People was like, why are you working X amount of jobs, 4 jobs at one time? I got to put in this work. Nobody else is doing this for me. Like, it sounds good in my head, like, but this is not going to really put the bread and butter, out like that. So I have to put in the action. Losing X amount of sleep, staying up X amount of time, taking care of myself, eating properly. I can, I will, and I must do this. I have no other choice. Like, this is what I want. What do I have to do to do it? To get it.
Okay, so yes, you got people passing around the collection plate and the offering plate in the comments here. So, and they're repeating, I can, I will, I must.
I can,
that definitely
I will,
resonates.
I must.
That definitely resonates. Goodness gracious, like where do you even go from there? So good night, everybody. That's it. That's all we got for tonight. You got all you need.
Here you go, LaToya. All right. I will change the way I see myself. Say it with me, ladies. I can change the way I see myself. I must change the way I see myself. And when we say I must put in the work, I must put in the time, and I must be mindful of the energy that I'm putting in it.
Seriously,
when you say I must, come on now.
Seriously though, that really resonates. And for me, I think I don't have quite a story like that. So
I mean, So when you say
But what I
manifestation in
will say,
action.
what I will say is that I've also seen it to where for me, how it's played out for me, it's kind of backwards. Like for the majority of my life, as I can remember, I've been groomed, but also what naturally comes to me is to just like do the thing, like get it done. Like, even if I don't believe it yet, like I have been someone who is like, I just need to keep going. I need to maintain momentum. And that works to a certain point, but at some point you kind of burn yourself out, especially if you don't believe. We talked about belief and that being a huge part of showing up as your highest self and even manifesting whatever it is that you desire. So that belief. So I want to say too, like if you are someone, and I see this a lot, especially with a lot of the circles that we're in, where things like affirmations are really popular, and it's something that I know we do in the group every day. I do that in the group every day because I believe that affirming yourself with things that you believe, like if you don't believe it, and I'm gonna tell y'all this too. So where those come from, those affirmations if you're in the Greenville Boudoir VIP community, the affirmations that I post daily, where do those come from? I actually look them up. So I search based on how I'm feeling in the moment, what I feel I need in that present moment. I will go and search for something. If I'm feeling like I need to, if I'm feeling like I haven't been giving enough time or energy to taking care of myself, it's because I need to work on my belief of that I deserve that time and attention to give to myself. So what I'll do is I will look up affirmations about worthiness or deserving, and I will look up stuff, and I find like hundreds of them, and I just scroll and read them until I find something that actually resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, no, I'm not going to share. I'm not going to post it. But it has to resonate with you. And I was in a clubhouse room, and we were talking about this too, where, people just kind of cling to affirmations because they like, what is that? Oh, yes. Come through with the candle. My candle.
Come on now.
Like, I was like, where's she going? I'm gonna just keep talking, but I know she gonna do something good. But that's the point. Like, you cannot just say an affirmation just because it sounds good. Like, if the thing does not resonate, it's just sounds coming out of your mouth. And if you don't believe it, you may have to like switch it up and tweak the wording to where you do, or it resonates or fits with you. But just the act alone of saying an affirmation is not going to get it done for you. Again, like, you have to put your little feet in motion and really actually do something about like what it is that you want. So again, this week is all about being your own thirst trap. What does that mean for you? Because it looks different for everybody. We talked about the last night. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're sending, risque pictures to, someone of the opposite sex or the same sex or whatever, someone who you're interested in. It's really all about like, when I feel most confident in my own body, like, what does that look like? What does that feel like? And what am I doing? One of the motto that we're talking about this week with the Be Your Own Thirst Trap Challenge is look good, feel good, do good. So Ivory, I want you to tell us, and you share, and I shared a little bit in the group. So what's one thing that you do to look good? One thing you do to feel good and to do good as well?
I don't know why you just giving me one. Why I only got this name one?
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Okay, Ivory, Miss Overachieving Capricorn. Listen.
I'm like, it's not this one thing, because sometimes that one thing may not work tomorrow. You just being realistic. I'm not going to say, true. Listen, I can get these eyebrows snatched to the gods, and then I'm like, yeah, it's just something just ain't rocking. I don't know. I say drinking plenty of water and resting. There was a period in my life where I was not doing that at all, and it showed. So I feel good when I get adequate amount of rest and wanting to rest, not because someone's telling me I have to. I'm just passing out just because I'm exhausted from an over extraneous day. I'm resting because it feels good, and I know I'm gonna wake up. feeling full of life and energy, like just being thankful that I have air in my beautiful lungs, So I feel good when I rest and I take time for rest, not because and feel guilty about it. Like, no, I feel good when I'm resting. I'm like sleeping in a little extra, and I don't feel like I have to rush out of bed just to get things done. No. So resting is definitely one. And I say water, listen, our skin is the largest organ on our body, man. So we have to be mindful of what we put in our bodies. We have to be mindful of how we treat our bodies. So at least drink some water every once in a while to make your skin all plump and soft and clear. I'm just saying, some people just
so you can rub that lotion on us.
wow, listen, like now, ladies, I'm gonna tell you, if y'all in the shower, I feel good. Ooh, here you go. Oh, I gotta say this too. I feel good when you see it wasn't just gonna be one Latoya. You see how you do me? When you were just in the shower and you just in there like washing your hair, and y'all know when y'all washing your hair and in the shower at the same time, that's a long ass shower, and shaving and everything. No, we just at the moment that shit is like exhausted, but once you out, it's like, damn, these legs are smooth. I can hardly breathe because it was hot as hell up in there. But listen, I kind of lightheaded because I've been washing my hair the entire time. But you took all that extra time and energy in that shower, but once you were out, you're like, it was kind of worth it. So I feel good when I actually take the time out to do things like that without feeling guilty or feeling rushed. And I feel like I'm on somebody else's time. I do good. Just being like thinking positively about myself and others. Ooh, the way we think about others is truly important. Like, why am I walking around worrying about if she's wearing like holy pantyhose or some shit? Like, that's none of my business. Like, that's her style. You do your thing, babe. That, you know. And let's say feel good, do good, and what's the other one?
Look good. I think
Okay.
look good, feel good, do good.
I might say look good. I said look good with the snatching of the eyebrows and doing the hair. My hair is never the same. I tell people all the time, I am not my hair. My hair would never be the same, but I'm here. You're not here for my hair, you're here for me. So getting my hair done, just doing different things with it. I don't care if it looks crazy on someone else. I'm doing it for me. Wearing like simple things and everybody else thinking it's like something true, like expensive. And I'm like, man, I only paid $3 for this outfit. So that's another thing. Oh, I also do really well. I mean, I feel really good when I'm listening to Anita Baker, y'all. Taking those long soaking baths. Anita Baker's my girl. I sing my heart out. I don't care who thinks I could sing in that moment, but I'm singing for me. So just doing things just because I feel good, just doing things for myself. So anywho, Latoya, I'm done. I ain't gonna mess with you no more.
You're good. And I love that you brought up the fact that it's not just one thing. Now, I asked you for one thing for brevity, but the point is, and this is serious, like there are certain things that are going to work for you at sometimes, and that's going to help you uplift your mood, uplift your spirit, just like get you in a healthier like state of mind, especially if you're in a low spot. But listen, like if I'm feeling like if I'm feeling resentful or bitter, maybe going to get my nails done is not going to be the thing that I do to like get me out of that. So you have to, I like to call it an arsenal. You have to have an arsenal of things that you can go to when you need to come back up, or when you need to like raise your mood, lift your spirit, lift your vibration, because there's never going to be that one go-to thing that works every single time. Maybe, I don't know, for me, it might be naps, because I love naps. My mom calls me Sleeping Beauty. Like she's always called me Sleeping Beauty because I will take a nap. Like it just solves all my problems. Not really, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Let me sleep on it.
Yes, I'm gonna sleep on it, and I'm gonna wake up. And of course, when I wake up, I feel better because I rested. My skin looks better because I rested. You know, that thing that I was worried about, it still might be there, and we'll take care of that in a minute. But at least, you know, when I go take that nap, it will help. But you're not always going to have that one thing. Like a bath is not going to fix all your problems.
God no.
You know, getting your nails done, or you know, whatever it is, like you have, I recommend having an arsenal, which is why, you know, I want us to always think about like what helps us look good, do good, and feel good, because that will kind of diversify what that arsenal looks like for you, and you can go back to it. Because we all have those points, and I see it time and time again where, you know, people will reach out to say, hey, please send me some positive vibes. And that's great, because I do believe in, you know, that transference of energy as well. But also, again, what are you doing about it? Like you got to like put that energy in motion and actually like have that motion and that momentum behind you to change like how you're feeling, and then address like what the actual issue at hand is. But sometimes you just have to feel better before you even start to moving to that. So have your arsenal.
What is
okay,
that?
cool. Yes. So you talked about music, and this is going to be, if you're in the challenge, this is going to be your homework for tonight. So please listen carefully. Lean in. So I have received an Ivory Sanders massage, and I know that music is huge, or it was huge for me. Like the musical choice or selection, it was huge for me, and really helping me to get in that deep, relaxed state. So tell me about like how music plays into you feeling good and doing good and looking good as well.
Okay. So music literally taps every emotion in our body. I don't care, like whatever emotion you have. So, and now honestly, when I say I hit everything. So sometimes I may want to listen to some Lil Jon and East Side Boys, but then I may flip on some real quick Megan, or I maybe, get on my hot girl shit. Then I'm like, you know what? Where is that Kenny G at for a second? Like, so there's different levels for different moods. So to get me up out of, if I'm in a rut, hypothetically, I automatically will play something that will honor those emotions. Like, all right, I'm mad as hell or whatever. Let me just play something just so I can, but I need to sing it. I don't need to be rapping nothing. It's all about, if I can sing it, I'm happy. Like Keisha Cole's Love. You remember that? Just screaming that to the top of your lungs.
Open that throat chakra all the way up.
And listen, and I feel so good afterwards. Like just songs like that, that's allowing me to just, I may not be the best singer in the world, but listen, when I'm here in this house, I know I am. And I don't care what my neighbors have to say, but I'm doing that to make me feel good at the moment. I'm not just doing it in the shower. I'm doing it in every place in my home. So once again, music taps into every emotion, whether good, bad, or ugly. Honor all that. But once again, once that song go off now, you don't just stay in that mood now, like jump to another one. It's you gotta switch up the tempo. That's what you gotta do. So that's what I like to do. That's what helps me reach to this little high peak of mine. Words are powerful. So the words that are being said in these songs, really listen to them. I don't know about y'all, but myself, what I like, even listening to songs that I used to listen to back in the day, I'm like, yo, was I really listening to that? Like, those were the lyrics? Let me really, man, that was deep. Like Erykah Badu, for example, if we were made in his image, then call us by our name. Woo, most intellects do not believe in God, but they fear us just the same. God damn it, Erykah. So we are God. So I'm like, damn, I feel godly just hearing that line, So guess I'm gonna walk around here on cloud 9 in my best spirit until some other jump, like another song is randomly just throws me off the mood. But in that moment, and if I'm continuously riding on that wave, that's what I'm tapped in.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. So we've got some co-signing. We got Whitney Houston fans in the house. We got Lauryn Hill.
Man.
Yeah. So we got a lot of Erykah Badu fans. Yes. She definitely knows how to tap that like reflective that reflective part of us that just helps us to like sit back and just like think about life in general. Just like, what in the world? Like,
Right.
she was really on to something. Now when your birthday is in 2 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
How old will you be? How young will you be?
Drum rolls. Y'all ready for this? A lot of people ain't gonna believe it. 28.
Wow. Okay. So you're very wise soul. 28. India Ivory, yes, Janet. So the reason why I ask is,
You know, okay.
we grew up, I'm only, I guess I'm 3 years older than you now, because I will be 31 this year if my math is correct. It's late, leave me alone. So we grew up on this, like this, we grew up on the same type of music. Same type of music, same style of music. But yeah, you know, for me growing up, it was more just like how it sounded. Now it really paying attention to the lyrics and like how does it make you feel and how, does it actually resonate? That's important. So everyone's talking about your age. You're gonna have a lot of fun going back to these comments, Ivory.
I told y'all, listen, a lot of people do not believe me when I tell them my age, and they're like, what the hell? Like, you talking, I'm getting advice from you, and you how old? I'm like, age ain't nothing but a number. Like, literally.
Very true. Very true.
That's how I look at that. I can learn something from you, you can learn something from me. If we put ourselves on that pedestal to like, well, I'm older, I know everything, man, you are just losing out on some precious gems out here, man. Like, we really have to put ourselves in an area to where we're always wanting to just stretch and grow. Like, I always tell people, are you going through things or are you growing through things? So here, once again, here we go. We seeing ourselves in our best light, right? I want y'all to see yourselves. Here we go. Then Latoya, if you want to have people do like Q&A or whatever, we can do this, whatever.
Yes.
But anyways,
cue that up.
All right. Listen, ladies, I want you to think of yourselves as this beautiful garden. But before you see all these flowers and bullshit, right? I want you to think about the soil. You have to tend and make sure you got some good soil before you plant that seed, right? You got to make sure you pull up all those weeds. So think of those weeds as those negative thoughts that's slowly trying to creep back in your garden. Cut that shit out. See how we visualizing this and we seeing that, right? So once you plant that beautiful seed, right? As in, I can, I will, and I must. Like, I can do this. All right, you just planted that seed of I can, right? That possibility, that simple thought of just doing something, right? So instead of just planting it and manifesting and hoping that it's going to grow into something beautiful, right? We're watering that shit. We're giving a little sunlight. We singing to it. You know, we're tending to it. We're pulling out those weeds because we don't want them to tangle up them roots or anything, right? So be a garden. Take care of your garden. And like I said, it's not just saying, oh, grow into something big and strong. No, you have to water it. You have to water yourself. You have to sing to yourself. You have to put in the work. You have to get your hands dirty a little bit. You probably won't even, you may not be comfortable out there for a while, but it's temporary. And there's different levels and different times in life that you're going to have to go out there to that garden. But just make sure you continuously tend to the garden. All right. So that's my little gem for that.
Snaps. And before I forget, the homework for tonight, because I said I was going to say it, and then
you jumped on music.
We did, but that's the homework. So the homework for tonight is, and you may already have it, especially those of you who are already like music lovers, but I want us to create a playlist, your highest self playlist. So whatever your highest self looks like, of course you have to determine what that is, how that feels,
Right.
all that good stuff, but create a playlist just for that. Like when you really need that uplift, when you need those words of encouragement, or even if you're already there. So I like to, my highest self playlist would be something of like where I'm already feeling. So it's going to be when I'm most confident, when I'm feeling like I'm that bitch, or when I'm feeling like, you know, I'm just abundant in every sense of the word. And I just like have, my cup is full. So I want to, you know, share that with others as well. So that's the homework for tonight. Shamika, okay, since you talking, Shamika, she said, I thought we were about to post dancing videos. We're gonna up the ante a little bit. We're gonna up the ante a little bit. So not only should you post your playlist, but if you want to post a video of you dancing to this song, or just a song or a clip of a song. Let's keep it to under a minute, because I know some of these songs be real long. See, y'all can blame Shamika for this. Kirsten said no. Blame Shamika for this, because if she hadn't said it, I wasn't even gonna go there. I was gonna keep it simple to the playlist, but I think it's actually worth it to go a little further, because this is a challenge. Like, we don't just want easy stuff. This is a challenge. Like, we want to see you take a video of yourself dancing, vibing, cooking, cleaning, whatever you want to do to this music, wherever you feel like. I'm loving these comments. Kieja said, "Oh,
I'm so mad I can't see them."
I know. Again, these are just gonna be posted in the group. So, I mean, if you want to post it publicly, that's up to you. I'm not gonna stop you, because that's what you want to do for free. But that will definitely be the challenge of the homework for tonight. Thank you, Shamika. How many songs should we have on this playlist? As many songs as you would like.
Let's not put no cap on that.
No, as many songs as you would like. Shamika says, I'll commit to a video since I opened my mouth. Of course, you have to at this point.
Listen, I can make a video. I will make a video, and I must make a video.
This is so much fun. I love it. Oh, your sister's here. Paige. Hey, Paige.
Hey, Paige. You know, Paige. Ooh, man. When I say Paige is all that in the bag of chips, like, she's another like spark of like, hey, she's about the vibe. She's like, Ivory, I get my highest confidence, you know, just from vibes. I said, really? She was like, man, if the vibe of the room is right, oh yeah, it's gonna be a great night. If somebody's vibe is off, like, it's gonna it's gonna cheer me in my attitude, because I feel like I have to respond. So sometimes vibes play a huge part in that, y'all. Like, people, once again, people that you surround yourself with. So here's the thing, not allowing people that power. That's another thing. If someone was to say something negative about that's gonna knock you off your high horse. Once again, y'all remember that line I said at the beginning, what they eat don't make you. Okay, there we go.
This is how you know it's about time for me to go to bed.
This is how you go to sleep. I was looking for your blanket.
Oh, it's right here. Yes. The blanket is out.
Man, Latoya, thank you. I'm serious. Thank y'all for having me. Any questions about anything, like just some random little simple things, ladies, while y'all on this live? I'm itching to see these comments on here.
Yes. Okay. So if you like to come on live to ask Ivory a question live and not just in the comments, feel free to hit that link. I posted a little bit above. There were some comments. I'm going to post it again. You can come on in the room and ask your question. Otherwise, if you don't want to come in the room and ask it, feel free to put it in the comments, because we'd love to hear from you. Courtney says, so do we just need to take a screenshot of our playlist and post it along with our video? Sure. So you can either post a screenshot of the playlist or the link to the playlist, because I know, like, if you have, like, I use Spotify. So if you have, a playlist that is shareable, some people use Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, whatever platform you're using, you can feel free to share the link. You can do a screenshot. We just want to see that you have this. Again, it's not so much that you need to do it for us. Right. This is really for you. But we're just trying to make it a little fun to where we can share it with everyone else. And of course, your video is going to definitely be, tomorrow is going to be popping in the group for real, for real.
Listen, I can't wait for, man, can you believe we got, what, 3 more days? Y'all.
No, and it's been such a good, so if y'all enjoyed tonight's interview, please make sure that you are following Ivory and following Focus and Relax Therapeutic Massage. She is phenomenal at what she does. And you know, just even if you've never heard of Ivory or you've never met Ivory, I definitely know that you felt her energy tonight. And just imagine if she can just like transfer all of that beautiful goodness to her hands, and it just like help you to relax and massage. Like seriously, like you need to go see her. Where are you located, Ivory?
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
All right, so
ASMR,
1
get really close
Chick
to you.
Springs Road.
I'm sorry. I need to go to bed. Hold on. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. 1 Chick Springs Road, Greenville, South Carolina, zip code 29609. All right, and for those of you who have your phone out and you're just checking my website, it's www.focusandrelaxmassage.com. That's simple. Or you can Google me. I always tell people, I don't get clients or I don't meet phenomenal people like Latoya, and I don't know who all's on the group watching this live. So everybody who's already had a massage for me, like I don't, just massage these women, just be like, yeah, come on, let's do this. Like these women truly trust the opinions and the recommendations from other people that's seen me. So that's a big thing, just trusting and stepping out of their own element. So that's another thing. They showed up for themselves, no one else. Like they actually took the initiative to say, hey, I need this for me. Like them damn kids, they'll be all right. Like
that was me. Definitely me.
I'm just but it's coming through for yourself and making time for yourself and not trying to make excuses and validate why you're doing the shit. Do it. You deserve it. Man, here's the other thing too, with expressing yourself, ladies, and once again, showing up for yourself and being your highest self. Your voice is important, not just here, but everywhere in this fucking world. So speak the things that you need, speak the things that you want, and speak the things that you know that you deserve. All right, I'm done.
Awesome. Okay, well, it doesn't look like anyone is coming in the room.
Okay.
I did see a question. Abby says, are you still offering your services right now during COVID?
Listen, this is the most needed time for that, girl. People are stressed. Look, depressed. And listen, I mean, why not? COVID is just one thing. My thing is, and here's, God damn it, here you go. I was supposed to be done with you, Abby. Okay, so look, COVID is a serious thing. By all means, protect yourself in any way possible. But here's the other harsh reality of life. We all have expiration dates. We just don't know when we expire. So living in fear is something that I don't want any of you to ever do. I want you to actually go out there and make sure you're taking all precautions that's necessary. But don't just allow anything to keep you from doing the things that you need to do. Once again, it's just one of those things that we really do have to be mindful of. COVID is just one thing. COVID isn't the only thing that's out here. Once again, suicide rate is up and this, that, and the third. Like there's other things out there that's out there besides COVID that should, that's keeping people, from taking care of themselves consistently. So yes, I am still massaging during these times.
Yeah, I definitely want to reiterate, please protect yourself, protect your,
yes.
Protect yourself, and also be mindful that other people may not be being responsible about this. So
yes,
just be careful.
Please.
But as Ivory mentioned, if that's something that you still would like to do, she is open and available and is taking those precautions as well.
Correct.
Antoinette says, do you travel for your services?
I used to, Antoinette, but not at the moment.
Okay. So
And
there you go.
COVID is one of those reasons why I'm definitely not traveling, because I can control what's going on in my space.
That part.
So that's just one of those things. You see what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things.
Okay. Paige, you have a question. What's your question? Feel free to ask it. You've got a lot of praise coming through. Jaquita says she's the bomb. If you've never had a massage from her, I did the couples package in 2019. I was so upset I missed out in December 2020 due to being out of the state for a few weeks. Sis is phenomenal.
Listen, your Valentine's Day is around the corner. You better watch out for that promo.
Okay. Okay. So Paige is coming with the real questions.
All right, sis. Listen, never fails.
Paige says, what are some ways you can learn to manage your emotions?
Emotions make me cry sometimes. Y'all remember that song? Okay.
I don't remember.
Man, it's H-Town. It's called Emotions. Look, but different ways to handle your emotions. Understanding that everything doesn't need a response. And honestly, like I said, you can honor your emotions, but it's how we actually project those emotions as well. Screaming at someone because they don't view the same things as you isn't healthy, honey. Like, everybody's not going to agree on the same things with you. Like I said, there's different layers of emotions. This is the time to actually look yourself in the mirror and see yourself at face value and say, hey, what am I doing wrong? Like, it's time to dig at some deep layers. Like, why am I so defensive about this? Why am I dismissive on this type of thing? Why do I allow these type of things, affect my emotions or the way that I feel? So now it's time to ask yourself the hard questions. So asking yourself the hard questions, having other people that's probably not even within your circle point out some different traits about yourself, because sometimes we have blinders on. And with that, when people see something that you don't agree with, do you once again get upset? Or do you not even as humbly, do you sit back and view the situation and to say, hey, this is something that I need to look and understand, why am I putting the energy behind it? Why is this a trigger for me? So asking yourself the necessary questions. Once again, everything doesn't deserve a response. Mindset is another thing. Just once again, the power in the mind. Just understanding no one controls your emotions but you. Oh, he made me mad. No one made you mad. You made yourself get upset. So it's just changing the wording, and I think that's a big thing too. I'm upset. Well, why? Like, let's verbalize. We're highly intelligent beings. Like, why are you upset? Let's start talking about these things. We don't know how to handle emotions because we don't talk about them. For example, young men, the first thing as soon as they cry, people in today's society say, men don't cry. Stop that. That's for girls. So looking at your surroundings and seeing how your upbringing affect that too. So anywho.
That was a great answer. And it reminded me of a book that I like to recommend to people. It's called The Four Agreements. And let me just pull it up real quick because they're really quick to recap even. Oops, I'm on the wrong, goodness gracious. All right, so the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz.
Share that link.
Huh?
I was like, share the link.
Okay. So the four agreements are: one, be impeccable with your word. And I know that's something that Shamika talks about a lot, having integrity as well, and just having your word be, your kind of like your guiding, your guiding light to truth and to sharing who you are. If you're not impeccable with your word, then what do people have to go by? It's going to take them a little bit longer to trust you, to get to know you, but also to just really see who you are. Two, don't take anything personally. That is huge. Do not take anything personally. I've had to learn, that was like the biggest one that I had to learn, because I didn't really, goodness, this is like a whole other conversation, right? But anyway, I wanted to share this because it was that impactful for me. Number 3 was don't make assumptions. And that's huge too, especially for people who, if you respond a certain way, or if someone else responds a certain way and you try to infer what that means, like you said, like you have to step into, you being that intelligent being and ask the questions and not make assumptions. And number 4 is always do your best. It's simple. It seems oversimplified. And again, I do recommend that you read the book. It's a really quick read as well, but it really, really changed the game for me. Abiding by those, especially when it comes to conflict resolution, and really trying to understand like how to communicate with people. So the 4 agreements, that is a good one. Okay, so there were lots of comments after that. All right, cool. So Ivory and I could be on here all night.
I was about to say Latoya.
So I am going to honor, and by the way, I am a Aquarius sun, but I got like Capricorn placements like in like 85% of my chart everywhere else. I'm going to honor her time, my time. We're going to keep this like really succinct, and we're going to wrap it up tonight. I do appreciate you, Ivory. I do appreciate you sharing you. I had no, I had no doubt that we would come on tonight and we would get all of Ivory Sanders, and that everyone would feel the love and the energy that you always share with us. Thank you, Paige, it's called the 4 Agreements. Don Ruiz, goodness, y'all, I'm sorry. Don Miguel Ruiz, there we go. The 4 Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz. Thank you so much to everyone who's watching live tonight. Thank you so much for everyone who has been participating in the challenge so far. I cannot wait to see these videos and see these playlists that we're going to be sharing. Yes, Katie, Aquarius Queens, sharing in the group. So this is going to be day 2's homework. So make sure that you are sharing that. You can go ahead and get started tonight if you want to. We had some overachievers last night who got it done last night, but also make sure, tomorrow that you get it in before we go to our day 3 co-host and speaker, who's in the comments here, Miss Shamika Argo.
Capricorn.
Points of Origin and Nova Luna Coach. We are going tomorrow to talk about courage and confidence. And if y'all don't know Shamika, you got to find out.
Listen.
She's also a Capricorn queen. I think tomorrow, Shamika, is tomorrow your birthday?
Should be.
I think so. I know it's this week for sure.
Because it's either the 6th or the 8th. No, I think Shamika's tomorrow.
I think her birthday is tomorrow. I think she told me that we're going to do it on her birthday. But anyway, we're going to have some fun tomorrow night. Thank you so much, Ivory. Thank you, everyone who's watching. And we will see y'all in the group. And we will also see you back here on Facebook Live tomorrow night. And Shamika will also be having a Q&A session. So make sure you get your questions ready for her so you can come on and we can chat with her and you. Yeah, that's all, ladies. Have a great one.
Thank you.